this, Michigan Stadium. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the Big House. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Jordan Marshall. He scored 4 times in their last game, just under 100 yards in the W. Headed outside, it's Marshall. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, give on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Sategna. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. And the Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Complete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Into the end zone for 6.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The run inside. It's Marshall. Just plowing ahead. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Turning it on! They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got his man. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Pulls it on the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They keep pushing forward, down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Underwood, into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On the move, he fires. The sure hands, it's Sategna. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Picks up the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I love it, and that's exactly how I'm going to play if I'm this defense today. You've seen him. This guy will take off. He'll make plays with his feet. Nice job playing coverage, but with eyeballs on the quarterback. Not allowing him to take off and run when he wants to. Great job. As soon as they see it, they pull the trigger, they come up and they make the tackle.
On third down, here's Robinson. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. Under fire. Slings it downfield. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. They think there's room to run to the right here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Sategna. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield?
He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 15. He is in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Grabs it in the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
Maybe some room here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Throwing, Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Underwood. He wants to go deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro...
Upstairs to make the catch. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Using his feet. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes the quick grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooners. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Making side adjustments here. Here's Underwood to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Here's a heat. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Wolverines, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Escapes the pressure going right. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout, 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Longhorns.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. Underwood. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. The only thing I can think is he just... to throw. It's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Backed up now, here's second and long. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the big house has to be at the top of your list.
Running inside, it's Marshall. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. Could not make his way to the corner. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Got it down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with... Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Throwing, Underwood, moving away from pressure. Turns it on in midfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. After the run, now to throw. It's caught downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Wolverines peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown! Offense in a split backfield. Motion from the wide receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. He'll pull it down. Oh, he got loose. Open space at the 25. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He'll run it again. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down. He knows.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The run inside. It's Marshall. At midfield, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The give on the counter. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Marshall. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown! The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Direct snap. Runs through the tackle.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And down he goes back at the 3. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Fighting to get it out of the end zone. Underwood. Pocket breaking down.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He tries to take the top off. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes a man miss. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he had... Running inside, it's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Underwood. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Knocked it right through. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Here's a little room there. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. After 3 periods of play, and these two running backs have gone head-to-head. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Some misdirection with the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game...
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. That's caught. It's Marshall.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
They get to him as he throws.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. He'll try it again. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out, and you're seeing...
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Calls his own number. Could be an alley. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll move the wide receiver to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what